Okay, so welcome everyone to our latest release webinar. We apologize we were late. We had some technical issues. My name is Nadia. I'm a customer success manager at Atera, and together here with me is Isaac, our team leader and activation manager. And
hi everyone.
We are very excited to be sharing with you Atera's latest releases. During this webinar, we will be going over the changes we have made to our Varying UI. We will also be introducing our unique AI tagging mechanism, as well as the merging of tickets, agent registry, report scheduling, MIB Source URL, and last but not least, our new feature board. Towards the end of the webinar, we will be having a live Q&A session. But Isaac here will be answering your questions all along, so feel free to send your questions over to us using the QA button windows below. I won't keep you waiting, so let's begin. Starting off with the tickets page, one major change that we have implemented not only is applied to this page, but on all other pages that we're going to see today. And this is the addition of text next to the icons in order to make it more self-explanatory. That way you do not have to guess what actions the icons perform. And you can also click on them only once you select the tickets. As you can see, they are grayed out, but when you select a ticket, they become clickable. You can perform bulk actions as well as individual ones. Previously, the filters panel took a huge portion of your screen. And by hiding the filters, we have created a cleaner view with the option to expand the panel on demand. You're able to filter out your customers. Notice that there's no need to select clear and go, but the filters are applied automatically. Once you're done applying the filters, you can save the view and get back to it later on. Another great feature that we added was inline editing. There's no need to get into the ticket in order to make the changes, but you can change them right over here. It's all about being time efficient. I'd like to show you two more things, actually. If we go into a ticket, we're now able to see the merged ticket in the panel. Now, our AI department has worked very hard on one specific feature that I think is great. And this is the AI auto tagging mechanism. As you can see, it's in purple right over here. The addition of automated tagging has made ticket tagging effortless, as it enables filtering by tags. Now, it is important for me to mention that tags are currently available on the English language version only. Another thing that we have worked on is the behavior of the page. As you can see, there's no need to toggle between pages anymore, and instead the page expands on the go as you scroll. Also, you will notice that the header disappears in order to fit in as many rows as possible. So let's move on to the customers page. You will notice that the moment we have entered the customer page, the text cursor lands automatically on the search bar. So you can start by searching out your customers immediately. Inline editing is also applicable here. You can edit the fields. But one great feature that we added is the auto-population of the address. If you wish to view the exact location of your customers, you can simply click on the Google Maps icon here, and you can know exactly where your customers are. You're able to filter out your customers as well by country, state, and rank, and sort them according to your preference. Next is our devices page. Once again, the actions are clickable once you select a device. Additional actions are collapsed, but you can see them once you click on the three dots icon right over here. The filters panel behaves exactly the same as we have previously seen. You will also save the views and get back to them later on. One of the major changes that we have made to this page was the way the alerts are being presented per device. While in the new UI, you have those small icons and pictures and boxes and numbers. In the new UI, we have now added an alerts column that aggregates the alerts by severity. We have critical warning and info. And when you hover over one of them, you can view the alert type. We have also added a column for available patches that enables you to view the available patches for the device. In order to control access patches and perform other actions, you can do so by clicking on the Manage button. And you can run scripts, for example, and do any actions that you prefer. We have now replaced the icons by text. And that way you can know what device you're dealing with, if it's an SNMP, if it's a server, PC, a Mac. So it's right here. All right, there are additional robust features that we have worked on. And this may be relevant for trialers as well as for customers who had a previous Atera agent installed. The agent registry is now automatically deleted when an agent is uninstalled. So installing an agent from another account on the device can be easily done. Also, in the past, when you had to schedule a report, it would show you the data relative to when you access the report. With the new release, and as requested by multiple of our clients, this has been amended, and the report data will remain stagnant for the 7 days prior based on the duration that is set. In addition, activity log could now be created and exported through the admin tab. And next, we have made the SNMP template, an SNMP template, sorry. We have made the MIB Source URL and SNMP templates clickable, and it links directly to the MIB source for convenient access. Finally, and the fun part is, and in order to provide our customers with transparency, we have integrated with user voice. As you can see here, you can upvote an existing request or create a new feature request. And this can all be done through this portal over here. You can also be notified when the status of a feature you requested is changed. I can show you, yeah. It is a great tool, and I strongly recommend that you use it more often as a method for communication with us. This is going to be where we end our live demo and dive into the questions that have been coming in.
Great, fantastic. Thank you, Nadia. A lot of great stuff, a lot to be discussed, of course. A new UI is always exciting when you come into a system, see a fresh look, and understand that things can be working a bit more efficiently. We do have a question here, and we don't have too many questions. So please, if anybody on the line does have any inquiries and they want to hear more about those inquiries, please feel free to send them into the live chat so that we can get back to you. The first thing that I'm going to start with is the new UI. We did have some feedback already, but we still want to hear more. So anybody who's on the line and listening, if you do have feedback about the new UI, please be sure to let us know. We'd love to hear from you directly. You can send us an email to success@atera.com or contact your customer success manager, myself, Nadia, and the rest of the customer success team, and we'll be happy to relay that over to the product and design team as well. We have a question here from Village PC Support. Hi, have you fixed the missing Quick Connect button in the new UI? Yes, we have. Nadia, if you can share screen and click on the top right-hand corner so that we can show our users that the Quick Connect is indeed back. On Atera, yes, let's go on the top right-hand corner, all the way in the corner, that little photo, all the way to the right. Yes, let's click on that, and you'll see the Quick Connect option is still there now. It has been returned and is easily accessible for those using /top SOS. So yes, that is available. All right. Brad Johnson, you're telling us that the new UI appears to be a bit slower. Shouldn't be the case. If you are experiencing any slowness, I would encourage you to contact our technical support team so that we can investigate this further. But this is not something that has been coming out. Okay. All right, we have an anonymous attendee. Hello, anonymous attendee. Thank you for joining us today, asking us about setting up the ticket tagging. So we have our auto ticket tagging. We do have a knowledge base article in regards to using our auto ticket tagging that is using our team's AI that they've developed for the auto ticket tags. If you'd like, send us an email to success@atera.com, and we'll be more than happy to give you more information on how to set up the auto tagging. You can certainly find it in our knowledge base articles as well. And I'm going to also, while we're on the line, remind everyone that we also have manual tagging. So if you're not already using tagging, you can certainly create that as well, in addition to the auto tagging. Nadia, do you mind clicking into a ticket? Please, thank you. And on clicking into any ticket, you'll see you can add tags manually by clicking that plus sign and creating them manually. But if you also create tags, they will also be added automatically using the AI as well. All right, anonymous attendee, I hope that answers your question, but if not, please feel free to contact us to Success and we'll be more than happy to help. All right. Is there a way to sort devices alphabetically by Brad Johnston? I do believe so. If you go in and you actually click on the name category, it should sort them alphabetically. Okay. Okay. Hello team, please share how to collect the host name of ticket Liog team. Sharad Durad, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. If you don't mind clarifying your question, I'll be more than happy to help. We have a question in the chat room from Rod Priest asking us, can Splashtop be switched on or off for individual devices? At this point in time, I don't believe so. Or actually, yes, I do believe that there is a way to remove Splashtop. We do have a knowledge base article for this if you're trying to eliminate it for a device. So please be on the lookout for that within our knowledge base articles. But generally speaking, Splashtop is deployed with the Atera agent side by side. Okay. We have a question from Frank Greco. What about AnyDesk and Mac OS text? So great question, Frank. Frank, how are you? Hope you're doing great. So Frank, yes, we are working on it. For anybody that's listening in, our growth enterprise and also our power plans now have AnyDesk added to their solution, to their Atera subscriptions. So for those of you who are interested, if you're on a monthly for Pro, you can certainly upgrade for a month and try out your growth package so that you can experience AnyDesk as well. Currently, AnyDesk is being offered at no additional charge, as I mentioned. It will allow you to remote into devices. If you as a technician are using a Windows device, you can remote into other Windows devices and also Mac devices, but we are not yet supporting technicians that are using Mac devices to remote into the end user's device. We already have this in the works and hopefully we'll be releasing that soon. So just hang on tightly. It's going to come. It's in the works. It's happening. We're aware of it. We know it. We want it to. Trust us. It's going to be there. So hopefully soon. Okay. All right. Let me see here. We've got some other questions. If we can ask everyone to please bring in their questions into the Q&A, that would be wonderful. Is there a way to search for a device by its name, the actual device name allocated under Windows and not the agent name? There is a universal search in Atera which should apply and be able to help you find your devices, Peter Chapman. So if you are in Atera, on the top, there is the universal search. Please type in the name and you should come across that device as well. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay, what else do we have here? Answer that live. When the actions for device will be available also on list of device when you select a specific folder. So Claudio Lipone is asking for actions for the devices to be available also when you're working with a device list of a specific folder that you've created. Actually, Claudio, this is certainly possible as well. From the devices view within Atera, we do have a filter for the folders. So you can certainly use those to manipulate your devices if you need to bulk move devices into a folder, if you need to move them from one folder to another or outside of a folder. And you can actually transact with your folder by selecting that folder and performing any of the actions that you would on any of the other devices directly on the devices page. Okay. So that's already certainly possible. Please be sure to use those filters on the devices page. And I'm reminding everyone that you can save your views as well to make your life easy so you don't always have to create these filters and apply them anew each time. Okay. Let me see. Is there a way with patch management to advise the user of a reboot being required with a countdown? Simon Oram. Thank you, Simon, for sharing this feedback. Not at this point in time, but it is a great feature request. To Nadia's point, we have just released our new product board, and I believe that there is already a card for the countdown for a reboot. So I would encourage you to head over there and upvote that so that you can be updated on the statuses and as we're working to implement this down the line. All right, perfect. Ooh, okay, questions are coming in hot. How to create a product category customer-wise. Sharad, thank you for the question. I'm not sure I completely understand. Do you mind further clarifying? And I'll be sure to further assist. What are you referring to by a product category? If you're referring to the tags, simply, oh no, I don't think that's referring to the tags. Let me know a bit more about what you're seeking and I'll be sure to help, okay? Fabian Bameter, is there a way to put a device into multiple folders? For example, we'd like to have a server folder, but also a folder for servers that get automatic updates and one of the servers that only get manual updates. That's interesting. I have to confirm this with the team. I'm not sure if you can assign a single device to multiple folders. Because if you're assigning the policies on the folder level, that could cause some confusion and mayhem. I don't think it's possible, but Fabian, if it's okay with you, what we'd like to do is we're going to double check that with the team and get back to you. All right, I'm going to actually screenshot this now so I don't forget, and I will remind myself and get back to you for sure. Okay, fantastic. John Caddis, within patch management and IT automation, you can build a list of customer sites to apply a scheduled profile to. However, is there any plan to select a list of devices in one place? John, this is a wonderful question. while it isn't available from the patch management and IT automation profile, it actually is possible from the devices page. So if you head over to the devices page and recall that Nadia had showed us that you can select multiple devices, when you make that multiple device selection, there is an option along the top of the page to assign an IT automation profile or a patch management profile, the policy which you've created. So yes, it is possible. It's not directly within the patch management and IT automation profile when you're creating it, but if you're working on a device view, you'll want to work on the devices page. Okay, I hope that helps. Is anonymous attendee, is there an easy way to see all software that's installed onto a PC or a server? Of course there is. Please, anonymous attendee, let's take a moment and head into our reporting. And in our reporting, you'll find a software inventory report. That software inventory report is actually phenomenal, and we've done some great upgrades to it. So not only can you break down that customer inventory report by the customer, you can break it down by the specific agent. Or when you're running the report by the customer and you find a specific software type, you can actually further look into that specific software type and see which specific agents have that software version installed on it. And all of that is indeed exportable. So yes, it's certainly possible. There is a report dedicated for software inventory, and I think you'll find it meets your requirements for both PCs and servers alike. John Caddis, can you name a device group? Yes, the device group, by a device group, if you're referring to folders, yes, you can alter the name and assign a name to each folder that you create. Not an issue. Let's see here. Brad Johnston, is there an option to hide a device or client that is no longer active, but you don't want to delete to help clean up the view? We have an action to automatically assign a device as retired, which can be toggled within your settings, but I don't believe there's any way to keep them on like a grayscale view inside the dashboard if that's what you're seeking. I will confirm this with the team and report back to you if that's okay. But I don't believe it is possible at this point in time. Putting that down for follow-up as well. Okay. Guys, I'm just reminding everyone, we do have some questions still coming in. I'm just making sure that everyone is aware. If I don't get to answer your question, I do apologize, but I do remind you to please email us to success@atera.com, and we'll be sure to answer any of your questions. Additionally, if you want quick and efficient responses, I highly encourage everyone on the line to please reach out to my dear colleagues at the technical engineering team. They are absolutely incredible. You'll be talking to real people, my colleagues, Simona, Vlad, Dragos, Sadri, and Kusman, and more. Some of you may already know them. They're absolutely great. If you message them, you may see a bot that shows up to give you suggested articles, but if you go into the live chat, a real person will answer, and you can talk to us, and we will help, and we will give you answers and feedback. So please, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're happy to help. Let's see here. Is it possible to disable single features like splash top, running scripts, or shells for single/group devices? It's not possible to disable them on a device level, but you can disable them to some extent on your technician levels, and this is currently managed via the roles that you assign to your technicians, but it isn't possible at the device level. We'd be interested to hear more about this need, Claudia Lepone. So if you don't mind sending us an email with the use case and maybe providing this on the features board, the new user voice features board, that would be absolutely great so that we can get back to you and understand the need further and let the product team know about it as well. Okay. Fabian, is there a way to disable alerts for more than 5 hours and not from the individual device screen? Unfortunately, not at this point, but how much longer would you want to disable the alerts for, and how come? It sounds like quite a long time if you'd like it for more than 5 hours, and that would be an interesting use case. We'd like to understand this more. So Fabian, if you don't mind sending us in an email and letting us know about this need a bit more, we'd be happy to also bring this up with our product team and let them know about it. Thanks. Let's see here. I'm sorry, some things are still coming in. Ronald Vanderberg, who reached out to us. When I tested the new UI in Safari, it's showing a fifth of the screen. Is this a known issue? Not that we're aware of. Ronald, is this still an issue for you on Safari? If so, please let us know so that we can look into this further, but we don't have an official open complaint for this under the new UI that we're looking into. So please do let us know, because this shouldn't be the case and we'd love to address it if it is a concern. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find one more question. Mihail Shumenkov is asking, is there a way to get a list of machines without specific software, for example, Windows 10 without Office? Not quite at this point, kind of the reverse effect of the software inventory report that we have right now. But we are currently examining our reporting for further needs. So if you don't mind sending us a bit more information about this need and how you're going to be using this type of report, that would be wonderful. And we would certainly be looking into it. Thank you, Michael. Let's see if I can try and find one earlier. Dirk Haas, will AnyDesk be available for work from home feature at any point in time? Great request, Dirk. I can't say for sure at this point in time. I will bring this up with our product team that are working to manage our relationship with AnyDesk and see if this is something that we're exploring, but put this in as a feature request on our user voice group, on our user voice product board. So this way we can let you know directly. Okay. All right, fantastic. We're at the top of the half hour. I really want to take the time to thank everyone that joined today. Thank you, Nadia, for your time today. It's been a pleasure as always, and you did an amazing job. So thank you for sharing everything with us and making sure everyone knows about all the great new releases.
I'd like to remind everyone this is just the beginning, and we have plenty of surprises that are currently being worked on. So stay tuned for updates.
Yes. And for those who are interested, this session will be available via recording, which we will share in the coming day or so. Okay, thank you everyone for your time, and we'll see you next time at the latest release webinars. Bye everyone.